Alright, so I'm out here in the open air workshop today and working on raised beds. I was starting this construction and said, there might be people who are curious of how I build my raised beds. I'm using oak. We bought a whole bunch of oak last year or the year before. About $300 worth of oak. It was a whole bunch of oak. I don't know how much it was. Came from a pigsty. Um, it's going to have splits in it like that. It's going to be even worse. There's some more splits down here that's even worse. It's raised beds. It's in the garden. It's not Better Homes and Gardens. It's Jerry's rigging it. That's what this is. So anyway, I eyeballed it square, but I only put one screw per panel per screw for plank. I'm too tired, but just to put a little square to it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you just put one screw in there and it's off way too much, like, for example, like that, then with one screw, you just take a hammer and tap it square, and tap each one of the planks until you get it square. Get it like a 2-pound hammer. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. I'm making panels. What I'll do now is I'll go ahead and secure them. I'm utilizing nail holes that are in the boards already, if I can. That will save me a splitter. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll put a upright at the corners. This is my 8-foot panels, and what I'll do is I'll walk you through it a little bit. Peace. Well, not peace, but pause a minute. Some of these cracks I'll be able to just pull the plank down and take out most of the slat, most of the crack. Some of them I'll have to use a ratchet strap. I'm using 2-inch screws, just deck screws. These are like a store brand, I think. But anyway, I'm just using 2-inch screws. My boards are right at 1 inch thick, so I might be able to set them up like this. We shall see. Might need to put, I think what I'll do, just to be sure, I'll use a spacer like that. Put the upright on there like that. Make sure it's flush with the edge of the panel below it, like that. That way I've got a spacer just in case it goes all the way through, because Murphy is my friend. It's amazing what Murphy can do for me. It's usually not good either. So I'll put these spacers on there, then I'll put boards on there. I'll build as many panels as I can, because I'm building the 4-foot panels the exact same way, except they're half as long. Okay, hang on a minute. Well, there's half a raised bed. I have got some warp boards, but I think it's going to be okay. I don't think I'll put a spacer in the middle. I don't think so I will, though. I might. Yeah, I'm going to put spacers in it. I looked at the beds I built last year. I put spacers in them, so I'll put spacers in these. Alright, so there's the outside of a board. There's what the inside looks like. Alright, so now that's the 2 long sides. 2 short sides coming up. And I'm going to have to cut some more 8s. And I think, it looks like I'm going to have to cut some more, 1 more 4. This is going to be my uprights here. And I got 2 of those. And I got a whole bunch of them not cut. So, I'm not going to make a whole lot more video about making raised beds. This is the concept I'm following. I'll make the panels, And once I get the panels made, then, as a matter of fact, with the 8s, no, with the 4s, I don't need the uprights. I got the corners, so I use them. So, you know what? I will go ahead and set one up. Okay, let's take this walk over here to where I'm putting the raised bed now, through the garden area, which looks like grass, but hey, it's a garden, believe it or not. Anyway, here's our trellises. We had all kinds of melons last year. We fed the groundhogs and the possums and the raccoons. Didn't feed ourselves very much though. But this is the makings of the raised bed that this video is all about. There's 2 boards. There's another board there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up against the fence. Lap the cardboard up a little bit. It ain't going to matter. Once the cardboard degrades, it's going to come loose. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot screws into this and pull it up there. Hang on a minute. So, I've got the first board in, 2 screws. I'm not going to worry about it being straight up and down so much. I got to plumb it to the ground and that ain't going to work. I got a long level, a 4-footer, but this is like not even 2 foot tall, so the 4-footer is not going to be real accurate. And so it is a raised bed. It's not a house, so there we have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach that side over there in a minute. Get all the boards attached to this side, then attach that side, and push it up against the fence. No, scratch that. We'll put 1 board at a time. That way I can get to it. Because, yeah, you don't want to give yourself too much space between your existing structure, which in this case is this fence, and the raised bed, because every board you add to it adds about 2,000 pounds, so it gets heavier and heavier. Okay, yeah, that was a slight exaggeration, but my point is. Also, another thing I do is I take the screw, when I put it in at an angle like that, so that it's going into the board and not straight into this. It's going in more like this, so it catches board at a better angle, I think. You may want to do something different, but I'm just showing you how I did it. Okay, hang on a minute. Alright, so there's the end of it. Yeah, it's got a stupid tree right here. Yeah, it's got to come down, but it don't have to come down today. I need to get it out of the fence line. The fence wasn't built against it. It just grew up there. But yeah, it's got to come down. But my job was to build. My goal today was to build a raised bed. I did tell you, I did do something. If you'll look, you'll see that the ends don't come up. Well, the bottom board was twisted. Now I put a screw in it, and then when I put the second screw in it, it pulled the board up against the side, but it pulled the side in. Couldn't fix it, couldn't get the screw out. So, one of them life lessons I've learned a long time ago. You try to fix it, if it don't work, then you just say screw it and move on. So, that's what I did. This is not quite square down there. I mean, like I said, it's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be to grow taters or whatever we're growing here. But it's kind of square. Yeah. It wanted me to take the panel the other way. Off the cardboard, of course. Well, I can't get it moved up against the tree any closer because it don't want to get there, so. Yeah. Well, didn't quite fix it, but okay. It's good enough. Then this side over here, ends up being almost perfect. One side out of 3, ain't bad, right? All right, now I'm one board short down here, but what we'll do is this is rabbit droppings and hay come out of the barn. So what we'll do is we'll move that over here, but I'm gonna put some of the wood chips from way that we got, some of the brushy stuff, the sticky stuff, and I'm gonna put it in the bottom, and then I'm gonna put that on top of it, and then that should settle. And when that settles, I should be able to put some topsoil on top of that. And again, that way we can get a bed, raised bed going here. So there we go. So it's just rinse and repeat now, guys. Peace.